Hello, welcome back to another Cranfaerie video. This is Maya, and today we're going to be doing my April spread setup. For this spread, I was really excited to do something a little simpler and a little bit more stylized, so I decided to do sunflowers. I had a lot of fun setting this one up, and I think it turned out really gorgeous, and it's very different from the other ones I've done for the last couple months, because I've kind of done a pattern style for a couple. I had dinosaurs, and we had the jellyfish with the gouache, and then last the cactuses. So I think this was a good addition. It took me a while to decide exactly what I was going to do with this, but finally I decided geometrics would be really nice, and just to keep things simple, pretty monochromatic. I ended up using a little bit of pink and a little bit of yellow with my Tombows, so there is technically more than one color, but they're very complementary to one another. Kept it very simple, lots of lines, lots of little floral details. For the main spread title page, I just did the four beautiful sunflowers and a very nice cursive font. I did a nice band across the front like a little banner. I thought it turned out pretty cute. And then for the insides of the flowers, I don't know if you can tell from here, but they're little circles rather than just dots, and I think that turned out really stylized and pretty with it. And I went for a really clean quote on the side that says, "Grow positive thoughts." Just trying to, keep up my positive vibes, and as the sun comes out, I'm getting even more happy and pumped for the summer. I'm so excited to start gardening. It's high on my priority list right now, and I'm just itching to get out there. Today I got a nice bench from my boyfriend's parents, because his dad does a lot of carpentry, so he made a nice bench and offered to lend it to us or give it to us. So I've been very excited to have that. Excited to get to do some reading out on the deck. You can see with the Tombows there, I'm doing a bit of layering, so I'm using the same shade of yellow just to give myself two shades. This worked for the most part. The flower on the right page, I ended up actually having bleed through a little bit, which is a bummer, but I did go over it like 8 times, so that was my own fault. The paper holds a lot of color, and I just kind of took it to the max. But yeah, so I kept it very simple, just keeping it with this one shade of yellow and one very nice shade of like blush pink, I would say. And I mostly added the pink afterwards. I didn't really do it to start. And I added a couple of little dots and bubbly shapes just to give it something else to the page too, because it was looking very simple before that. This is where I started going into this flower, and this is the one that bled through because, yeah, I was trying to get too much shading with it, and I should have just honestly gone in with another shade probably on this flower, or not layered it quite so much from the beginning. But it turned out quite pretty. It's just bled through, which was kind of annoying. And I like that little black design I have down there too, just the little decorative detail. It just, I don't know, something a little different. I enjoyed playing with all the black and white details. And I really liked doing this style this time around. I've enjoyed all of the styles so far, but I think this one was very simple and quick to set up. Like, if I look at my video clips, I don't actually have as much footage as with my cactus one. The cactus one took me like a good 8 hours at least. This one was way faster, like 4 hours maybe. So it's nice to use the markers to definitely simplify things. Okay, so this is my budget and my mood tracker. For this one I decided to do just one big sunflower in the center, and then each of the petals for the sunflower will be a $10 amount, up to $100. If I hit $100 in that month, then I can't get the next month's owl crate. And that's why you won't be seeing one for April, or I guess for March, because that's that would be the owl crate that I skipped. There should be one for April. At this time, I have not gone outside of my budget, so yay. There will be a giveaway coming up for that though. So for this one I just decided to do a nice diamond shape with some flowers going up the side, and I did those flowers in the pink, and then I did the central flower, obviously blank, but I'll probably fill that in with the yellow or the same colors as my mood tracker. And then that one's also going to have the little bubbles as well, and just that really simple font. On the mood tracker, I decided to do 5 moods again because that seemed to work last time, and I just made them different shades of pink and yellow. And I did a little note section just to keep it simple, and then each of those petals is going to be a different day of the week. I didn't number them. I might want to go do that, or I might just start on one side and then go through them, and we'll get to the end of the month somehow. And then, yeah, I think that's going to turn out really pretty once we filled it in. And I did a very simple font on that one too, this time a cursive to match the title. And I think that turned out very pretty. quite fond of this page. I think it looks very fun and beautiful, and originally when I started to do the editing for this, I realized I didn't have it. So I went back into my files and relocated it because I needed that in the spread. It was just, I think it's my favorite part of it. So that's that spread. So this is my habit tracker and my sleep tracker. This month I went back to doing my little calendar grids, and I just did this nice little graphic at the bottom, almost like a cutout style. And I carried that over to the sleep tracker as well because I thought that was nice. I also did, I just did the hours of sleep that I usually get, so between 4 to 9 hours. I thought that was enough because I wanted to put the scale of 5, the quality of sleep scale on the other side. So I tried to keep that simple. This one I had a little trouble making it symmetrical because I just kind of went into it. So I think I did my best with it. I think it turned out pretty nice. It works. It'll do its job. And I really like these little cutout things. It reminds me of washi tape, but I just, hand-drawn washi tape at this point. And I'm just adding in the numbers for the month. This time I don't think I got the numbers wrong, so that's a blessing. And I was really careful with doing my fonts this time around, so I think all my fonts turned out quite nice. They're very clean. I wanted to keep them quite simple too, like just simple outlines, and then I had the second font, which was a cursive. And I think they contrast each other quite nicely too. I would love to know what you guys did for your spreads in the comments as well. So if you have either a favorite spread that I've done or something that you've really enjoyed for your spreads, I'd love to hear about it. You could also share it on the Discord, because we do have a Discord chat that has like a video watching group, and I'll update you guys about YouTube videos and Twitch. Though I haven't been really Twitch streaming. I haven't had a chance with my new schedule with work. Hoping to get that started again in April, but we'll see how things go. Really miss doing my Twitch streams with you guys though. Usually I do some Sims or some art, a little bit of Hollow Knight. So here's the weekly one. This one, I tried to make these consistently the same. I just did like a diamond outline, and then up above on each of them I did the days of the week. And then again, like with my habit tracker, I did the flowers on the inside. Apologies for my ugly coffee table. We painted it a couple years ago, and for some reason the stains just don't wash off. Like, just if you spill coffee on it, it immediately marks it. So I do plan on doing a DIY to refurbish that again, maybe even for the channel, but I think I'm probably going to repaint that and stain it with something more permanent. We used like a wax coating, and it really did not do the job. So I think probably we'll do something a little more permanent next time, and hopefully that'll make it last a little longer. Because it was wood top, and then we painted it fully white, and that looked really cute. Actually, no, we painted it as a couple, me and my partner. We went over it with a whole bunch of doodles. It looked really cool, but it didn't last very long because we didn't coat it with the correct finishing, like sealer. So this time around, I think we're gonna do a nice sealer with it and do something a little bit more final. Maybe I'll do that in April for the channel. We'll see. So for the headers, I decided to do cursive, and I actually did go back in. You'll see it in the flip through. I went back in and added the days of the week to that, just so I actually knew what days they were. We'll see how this goes. I've kind of liked the box grid style that I've been doing, but just for the spread, it seems so aesthetically pleasing to have the setup like this. And I put the week numbers in the center. So we're just gonna go back and add some flowers. You can see this was definitely a way faster spread than some of my other ones. I barely had to edit this video, to be honest. Like, there was a little bit of cutting down, but for the most part, it was just taking the video and speeding it up. Whereas like last month's, I had 7 hours of footage that I had to cut down into, like, I can't remember how many minutes it was. It was between 15 minutes and 25 minutes. This one's 10 minutes cold. To be fair though, my camera didn't have enough space on it, so it just kept deleting footage. So this is kind of what we got. But I think I got a good chunk of footage, and I'm glad because it made less, I had less to cut out later. This spread just makes me very happy. It just reminds me that we're into summer, and as of today, it's the first day of spring that I'm filming this on and hopefully uploading it on. So I'm very excited for that. I keep being reminded that it's going to snow some more, but I am in denial. Gotten some nice walks in and gotten to enjoy the sunshine. After I finish editing this, I'm going to go into my garden and maybe plant some wildflowers and herbs, because So I think I can get away with it. We're more or less over the frost line at this point. Alright, so just to finish this up, I ended up going in with my Tombow and adding a little bit of yellow to each of my flowers to make the page pop. I didn't end up coloring the box on the outside. You'll see in my final flip through that I did that for the mood and the budget tracker, but I might still go back and do that. Just doing our title page here, and you can actually see the little hanging air plant from last month because I totally forgot to upload that. So there you go. So I put that up on there, and I'm trying to decide, let me know in the comments what you guys think, but I'm trying to decide if I should add my ones for the other 6 months of the year into this cover page or into my next journal, because I'll do 6 months on this one and then 6 on the next journal. So let me know what you think. I'm kind of leaning towards putting them in here because right now there's only 4. There'll obviously be 6, but it won't be a full page. So I'm thinking I might put them in here as well just to kind of finalize this main 2021 page. All right, it's now time to take a look at the final spread. So here's the main page with the Grow Positive Thoughts. I ended up adding a little pink around the budget and mood tracker. I thought that really finished it off. We have the habit and sleep tracker there, and then our weekly spread. And then last but not least, we have that title page, which I think is coming along quite nicely to finish it off. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.